fun.
Hello, hello.
Don't mind us in our teas. It's tea
Tea
time
Tea time.
for
with
the
the
vocal
ladies.
cords.
The ladies.
And warm.
Hello. I know it's
Hello,
toasty.
hello.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Look
This
at
is
this
so cool.
room.
I know.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna try and give you some amazing context and also behave because it might
We'll
be hard
try.
for us. I think the four of
Can't
us might
promise
get in a little
anything.
trouble up here. A little trouble.
Uh-oh.
Cannot promise anything.
So, first of all, congratulations.
Oh, thank
I
you.
mean-
I'll take it.
I Quit, your fourth full-length album, first since Women in Music Part 3, made you the first all-female rock group ever to earn a Grammy nomination for Album of the Year.
That's true.
Fun
Crazy?
fact. But before we dive in on this whole evening about I Quit and these amazing women, I should probably clear something up. The truth is, I'm not here to be the moderator. I'm officially applying tonight to be the fourth HAIM sister.
Yeah. You are, Emily.
You are,
You
Emily.
are.
I mean, let's be honest.
Since days are gone.
That's
Right.
right.
I've been in this
Jump.
family a long time.
You really have.
Yeah.
No.
And as a matter of fact, you know, when you guys had that big moment of being nominated for Album of the Year after your other big moments as Best New Artist and every other amazing moment that you've had, it actually was an amazing moment for me because it did make me the first time ever 3-time Album of the Year and a 1-time Grammy nominee. So. And now we're here at the Grammy Museum, of all amazing places, talking about a kick-ass rock album that you, Danielle, co-produced. Now,
Thank you.
that's actually not just cool, and it doesn't actually just sound awesome and have amazing songs, but it's freaking progress.
Agreed.
Yeah. Even 5 years ago, this moment simply didn't exist. 4 women sitting on a stage talking about the craft, the production, the sonic choices, the power behind making an epic album like I Quit. It shouldn't be monumental, and yet it is. It is. So before we even get into it, let's all take a second to acknowledge how far we've come.
Yes.
And also
Truly.
just want to thank Emily so much for everything you've done for us. Every single album Emily has mastered, and every time we deliver the mixes to her, I just know the next step is gonna blow our minds. And I'm never nervous. I'm always just so excited every time it gets into your hands. So
Well, I'm just beyond grateful to play the part that I do. And I do have the pleasure of working with a lot of artists. And it would not surprise anyone if I said you were amongst my absolute favorites.
Take it.
So,
Headline
yeah.
news.
Yes.
Headline news.
Anyway, I want to do another round of congratulations now because this is actually equally stunning and important. I don't know if anyone is aware. You all read Rolling Stone. The Wire took its rightful place on Rolling Stone's 250 greatest songs list of the 21st century.
so crazy.
Hello. Hello.
So
Crazy.
crazy.
How did that feel?
Top 50.
I know.
So crazy.
We were just like, I was stoked that the article was coming out. I didn't even expect us to be on it. I was like, oh, this is great. I get to go down memory lane.
we're
But
gonna
no, I mean, to
thumb
be
through it.
50 is, I mean, there's a lot of songs that
Come
have
out.
come out. And for The Wire, a song that we genuinely spent years crafting, perfecting, making, recording
Tirelessly.
tirelessly. It's our oldest song that we have. For that to be number 50 was a huge deal, and it's not lost on us how incredible that is.
Outstanding.
And we'll take it.
Outstanding. Yes. All right. I'm going to start with you
Uh-oh.
with my questions.
Here we go.
Now we've given you enough lauding and
Yeah.
love.
Okay.
Let's
get
get,
down to
in there.
brass
Let's
tacks.
get busy.
Brass
Let's
tacks.
get busy. Let's talk about I Quit. The title. It's an homage to a film. You're an actress. Give us a give us a hair flip and a little discussion on that film, That Thing You Do, which is a family favorite.
The best. Well, here's the thing. So, yes, I Quit comes from That Thing You Do, and that was like a childhood favorite movie that me and my siblings would watch, I mean, multiple times every year, but it was like the kind of thing where when we watched it, that's what we thought the music industry was.
Genuinely.
Like, we were like, oh,
Genuinely.
you record a song, then someone finds it, plays it on the radio, and then you run down the streets with Liv Tyler, and you're trying to turn it on the radio. You're screaming at everyone in the streets, we're on the radio. And then you go up to number one and you get signed. The big man gives you a contract and you sign your life away. So we were just waiting for that to happen as HAIM.
That did.
That did not happen.
what?
No, it did not
know.
happen. We had
Spoiler, guys.
That's not how it is. I feel like everyone in this room probably is like, yeah, no doubt that's not how the music industry is. But
To be fair, it's been like that in like we also love Selena,
yes,
and it happens in Selena too.
it's
where,
true. We
like-
were like, God, the music industry, we're just like waiting
like
for a person to show
a
up to our show and just be like, here it
contract.
is. And it's already
Yeah.
negotiated and it's all good. Just sign it. But no, that didn't happen. We started this band in around 2006, 2007. We opened up for every single band that would let us open up for them. I mean, we loved playing live. That was like our biggest, oh my God, like playing live was like any slot that we could have, we would play live. And we finally took us, 5 or 6 years to get signed. But when we didn't get signed here. We got signed in England. But it still happened. And what came out of that was our debut album, Days Are Gone. And then everyone was like, wow, you guys just came out of nowhere. It's like you're overnight sensations. And we were like, we are not, this is not that thing you do. This is not that thing you do. But no, that movie just really stuck with us. And while we were making I Quit, I mean, I genuinely think that this album is the most raw we've ever been. I mean, we're lucky enough to have the greatest fans in the world that allow us to be extremely honest and personal and celebrate that. And putting out this album, we had so much, we had been touring for years and we had so much emotion to put out. And we really just wanted to scream with you guys. That was really just what it was.
which we have.
Which we have many times.
This tour was a lot of screaming.
And so making this album, I Quit, the title, it was just the working title for a very long time because at the end of That Thing You Do, Jimmy, if anyone knows, Jimmy goes to the big record label and the manager wants something peppy, something snappy, and he goes, I quit. And he tells Tom Hanks he quits. And so it was the working title, but then actually going down the journey, of making this album. When it came to we finally got the notice of you guys have to name this album. We were like, every song felt like we were quitting something that was holding us back. And we were like, should we just name it I Quit? And thus,
Well,
the name stood.
the title couldn't be more fitting. I think.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank you, Tom
album-
Hanks.
The album feels, it's alive, it's fearless, it's completely unapologetic, and I think it's where I think perhaps people are like they quit, are they not going to play together anymore? What do you mean? It's
Not
so no, it's so telling, and it gives us that insight that I think your fans love and that we all love who know you too, that this is like a new chapter.
It is.
Exactly.
Which is kind of genius. All right, I want to dig in and how this thing was actually built. No more Jimmy stories, because from where I'm sitting, and I get to sit behind the console, and the music comes on, and I'm one of the first people to hear it when it's, collectively together, and there's always a moment with you guys where I just bawl my eyes out and I cry and I'm like, oh my God. And so, of course, that happened this time too. But what struck me this time is that this album is kind of like a master class in production taste and tone and trust. Trust with each other, trust with your instincts, trust with what you're feeling, and kind of getting to this new place, which I think is really important in an artist's and a producer's development. So Danielle, you and your producing partner Rostam have built a really special creative rhythm together, and there is this deep trust and musical language. And how does that connection help shape the way you are in the studio? Like, what does that do for you? How do you get to?
Oh my gosh. I take, producing is probably the biggest joy in my life. I mean, songwriting too, and performing, but I think production and figuring out sonic worlds and sonic landscapes and moods and trying to get what we collectively hear in our heads onto tape or in the computer or whatever is truly like my life's goal. Like I feel like it's production has just been such a huge part of growing up and understanding what music is and understanding I just think for me it's my favorite part of all of this, and there's so many amazing parts and I love all of it, but I think producing is
Well, like
my favorite
with
part.
write, you write these stories with these songs, and they're so deep and they're so personal, and then you have to tell that story, right? And commit to how it's going to get told.
And that's the thing is, for me, it's so important. I do think, sonics, I think it for me, when I listen to a song, I want to be transported. I want to be in the world of the song. And I just strive to do that with our music. And I really, it's something that I take very seriously. And yeah.
So yeah, and we all feel that when we listen to it, right? Everybody, we all get that. So and I have to say, being somebody who works behind the scenes and knowing how many versions of mixes and how many things.
So sorry.
And how,
This is where we apologize to you.
I'm so sorry.
that is not why we're bringing this up. The point that I am trying
so many
to make.
versions. They are, but there is. Like, you guys have no idea how many versions that we sent Emily, and late night emails being like, not that one. We're sending you a new one right now.
So the point I wanted to
Yes,
make
Emily.
is not that you keep me up all night,
Oh my God.
which you do, because I live in New York and you guys are out here. But the point that I wanted to actually make is that production, it doesn't, sometimes I think magically it can come together and it's perfect.
Totally.
But it's rare.
Totally.
And being a perfectionist about telling your story, like, tell me about that. Like, do you get things back and go, absolutely not? Or, how does it?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the big things in our band, it's no secret, are the drums. I think that's something that, I play drums on all of our albums. And just getting the drums right is like a huge thing. And I have been so lucky. I think, before I knew Rostam, whenever I hear something that he produced, I always was like, the drums sound sick on this. What is this? And I was like, oh, it was Rostam. And so I think that's like a huge thing for us. And just exploring and having the space to do that, and just trying, throwing spaghetti at the wall.
The thing that I love about this album, sonically speaking, as a sonic maven, is that the sonic identity of this album feels very warm and vibrant at the same time, right? So it's like retro, but it's also very modern, and it feels very much like today. I think that's very rare. It's a really hard.
That's a huge compliment. Thank you.
That's definitely a you and Rostam kind of a quintessential HAIM sound.
Yes,
and
I mean, there's certain things that Rostam that I vibe with sonically that he does not, and vice versa. And it's fun to, because I think we also like things that maybe sonically that maybe is not necessarily in vogue. I don't know. Maybe that's
I think that's what we always talk about is the thing that I love about all of our albums is I can tell that we're constantly evolving, yet we still have this Bible of HAIM that you can hear in all of our albums. And it's the greatest compliment for people to come up and be like, I heard this song and it sounds like a HAIM song. We have a sound, which is, I think, because from the beginning we were so fixated on like who we wanted to be, what we wanted to sound like. And I think with each album, we still have those roots, but we're just constantly evolving and constantly trying to push ourselves. And especially with this album, like watching Danielle produce is the most beautiful thing. Like, I mean, we're going to play a song called Everybody's Trying to Figure Me Out tonight. And her figuring out the drum part for that song was the most epic experience of all time. And just knowing that when Danielle finds the drum tone of the album begins. Like the drums are so important in our albums that it really doesn't start until Danielle is like, we got the drum tone, we got it, we can move on now. But yeah,
I think that's part of what comes like what is our sound is Danielle's feel on our records.
Yeah, I'm Heartbeat.
It
I'm
is.
Heartbeat.
I love
That's
that.
the name of our 5th album.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm
Heartbeat 5.
So good.
I love it.
All right. Bringing us to yet another page in the production book here. Esty, you and Aletta both have bangers on this record where you
Thank
kind
you.
of step out and
Thank
take
you.
the wheel and drive. And, so I'm talking about Cry and Spinning, which of course you all know already. But was that liberating? Was it terrifying? Was it both?
I mean, I found it pretty liberating.
Yeah.
I mean, I cry all the time.
It's true.
Chronic crier.
So is your solo album going to be Crier?
HAIM cries.
Heim Cries.
SD HAIM cries.
Esty Heim Cries. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a Pisces. I'm wet as fuck. Sorry. Just am. But so to be able to go into the studio, I came in crying.
It's true.
I literally came in crying, and to be able to write a song, like we wrote it, and then I was just like, we finished it, and Dean and Alana were both like, okay, so get in the booth, and I was like, okay, I can do that.
You can do it.
I will take this feeling, and I'm gonna channel it into these fucking vocal cords, and I am going to sing this song, and I did, and then to be able to play it live, I mean, for anyone that's seen us on this leg of the tour, I get through it sometimes, and then sometimes I don't get through it because I literally cry during the singing of it. Because I think for all of us, when we are performing, we kind of get transported back to either when we wrote the song or when we were experiencing what we were writing about when we were writing that song. So it's emotional, and I go back to the situation. I don't go back to the writing. But so it was, liberating, cathartic, and really fun. And, I think that, and then as a sister also watching Alana, like, tear down the house with Spinning.
Disco,
I
baby.
make people spin.
I think it's also the most fun that Danielle and I have also.
On
like,
the stage because
we-
you guys get a break
But yeah.
and you just get
We
to
just
dance.
get to play.
You
We get to
just
play and dance. No, I try to channel like Prince and the Revolution.
Oh,
I'm
the
like,
best.
I just want to
Hugest compliment.
I just want to be like, we're like Wendy and Lisa over
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
That's what we try to do.
I think it's very having experienced your live show, but also experiencing you as individuals. I think that's your sisterhood and your support, and of course you're human and related, and I'm sure you have lovely bickering moments. But
Yeah.
but the fact that you make up in an eighth of a second, and that you support each other so well, I think, like being in the having Danielle be like, get in there, sing this song, let's go. Maybe in another environment, it wouldn't feel as comfortable or safe to do that. And I think that's really a beautiful thing about.
If anything, I just give Danielle even more props. After singing one song by myself, I'm like, God damn.
Exhausted.
I'm like, you do this the whole show? This is what happens to you the whole show? I'm like, you can do it. I'll give it to you. But no, it really is. And it just goes back to how fun this album, I mean, this album for sure, out of all of our albums, I think was the most fun because we just felt so extremely free in the studio. And I mean, sometimes making albums is the most daunting experience. I mean, there were times on Women in Music where it was just so hard. And this album, though there were obviously those, problem children, the ethos of this album was just so, we got so much closer making this album. We were all single when we made it, which helped a lot. And just like the amount of like laughing and crying and coming together and writing these songs, like it's a moment that I will never forget. And when we were finished with it, we were just so excited to give it to everybody. We're like, because we just wanted to party with everybody listening to it. And I think we do. I think we do.
Yeah, it's definitely a party. The album is definitely a party.
Literally take me back to MSG. I'm there. There's million SDs everywhere. And Danielle just transforms into this full-on rock god. Like
true.
full-on rock god.
She doesn't
Right?
talk, but she does play the guitar
Your
really
tone-
fucking damn well.
Let's the guitar do the
Your
talking.
tone, your phrasing, the way your guitar speaks.
Thank you.
I mean, we all knew you could shred before, right? But this album and live show hits really differently, I think. And did the freedom of this theme, this I Quit theme, allow you to go to new places on the stage with your guitar?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I spent a lot of time figuring out a lot of the guitar parts on the album, but it's just so fun. Again, like, I think our HAIM we really started as songwriters and a live band, and the recording, like, has just been such a journey. So when we get on stage, that is kind of like our home. Like, that is what I feel like it feels like home when we get on stage. So, playing and guitar, even though I love playing drums, probably like drums is actually all of our first instrument. Guitar is such the way I approach guitar, I always want people to sing along to guitar solos. I think to be melodic and yeah. So I think, I don't know. I've been having so much fun, like wailing.
You've always been like that
yeah,
too. You've always been like that. Even Daniela's like an 8-year-old has been playing like that.
Well,
like with that much, like
Sustain and vibrato.
I know. I was going to say you have vibrato on your guitar.
I have a slow vibrato.
Slow vibrato.
yeah.
No, thank
I
you.
mean, and I showed you the video earlier of
Oh,
Danielle
yeah.
playing at like 8 years old, ripping like Carlos Santana solos. Like
Yeah.
that's not easy.
No.
And like,
No.
and even at 8 years old, having that feel, I think as sisters also, we were also just like, oh fuck, we gotta be good. Like we gotta really practice our instruments.
Oh, and by the way, you all play. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
play.
We play.
your own instruments. You
yeah.
rip
we
it.
play.
I
Yeah.
think we did just crack the code. I think that was like over 30 years of therapy that we just realized that we've never let Danielle talk, so she has to talk through her
Through her
guitar.
guitar.
Wow.
That
lets-
just blew my mind. Sorry, I just had like a
That's so Raven.
yeah, like I just was like, that's it. Everyone
Maybe-
has asked me, why doesn't
but
Danielle talk?
Maybe
It's
it was the
because-
other way around.
There we
Hold
go.
on. Let me flip that on you. Maybe it's the
Okay.
other way around. She was just speaking through her guitar.
It's
and
true.
just in this zone
Yeah.
of incredible.
Yes.
And you two just started yapping to
It's
fill
true.
some space.
Exactly.
True.
You were just
Exactly.
jealous and you were like,
It's
I need to
true.
get into the conversation.
Yeah.
here.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Let us know the
Agreed.
word edgewise.
Just want to,
No, our philosophy on this I Quit tour has just been like, give Danielle another solo. Like, let her fucking rip.
Yeah, let her talk for once.
Yeah, come on.
Let her talk for once.
I mean,
Get
Daniel,
out
I
there.
got you.
Thank
Fourth
you.
time sister. I got
Thank
you.
Emily.
I got
Thank
you.
You got me.
All right, let's talk about a production idea that I think is kind of cool that, well, actually, it happened twice on the album where you reflect back to some of the influences, let's say, on in your past. So you sampled U2. I mean, that's kind of godly in and of itself,
Outrageous.
right? And that's on Now It's Time. And then on Gone, you sampled the harmonies from George Michael's Freedom. Oh my God. Huh? Right? So, all right. Was this driven by one person in particular?
Well,
who is the George Michael superfan?
oh my God,
All
I think
three
we
of
all
us.
are.
Okay.
Talk about an incredible
Who
producer,
isn't?
songwriter,
you too.
performer.
Yeah.
U2, I mean, you know, one thing about Rostam that we clicked on way early is that you know he loves U2. I love U2 too. We all love U2.
We love
You
you
too?
too.
You too?
You too? We
Um,
love you too.
Um,
Too.
but
It hit. It hit. It took a second, but it hit.
But you know, the craziest story is I want to say what, in 2016 or
17?
something. Yeah, we got a call from the U2's people.
Yeah, we get an ominous call from a YouTube person that knows U2, which obviously we were like, this is a prank call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're going to still listen to what they have to say.
And they were like, "Do you want to come to the studio? U2 is here, and they want to ask you a question." We were like,
And we were like, I do.
"What?" They like,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
know. Yeah.
I said yes.
Shocked that they even knew who we were.
Yeah.
We were just like mind blown. And so we went to the studio. We rolled up. Honestly, we didn't know what to bring, and like I had just gotten like a loaf of bread or something for
Yeah.
We literally brought them
and I was like,
What do you bring
running
you
around the
to?
house. I was like, we're late, and what do I bring them? I was like, this loaf of bread.
It's
Brought
so
up a
we
embarrassing
have
by
good
now.
parents. They're like, never
You
show
have
up
to
anywhere
bring
without
something.
bringing a gift.
So we gave it. We
So
gave
we
you
brought them a
two.
loaf of
You know,
bread.
a loaf of rye.
Yeah.
What were they gonna eat with it?
Little-
We don't
little
know.
shizzle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we met them, and we were so mind blown. And it turned out that they wanted to use the melody of a guitar riff that I wrote for our song, My Song 5. They wanted to use it as a guitar riff, but then the verse, actually, the melody was the guitar riff.
Can you just imagine that?
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, there is one moment
mean,
of Days Are
Edge-
Gone that I remember, and I remember Danielle doing the guitar riff. I remember I was taking a nap, and Danielle was fiddling around on the guitar for the guitar riff. And I remember waking up from my nap and just going, that's tight. Save that. And then now
The Edge,
Edge is like not only
That's tight.
yeah, he's like, hey, that's tight.
That's
Can
tight.
we keep it? But it was like we wrote that, like I didn't write it, she wrote it in our living room. Like, and now one of the greatest bands on earth is like, not only do we want to use this guitar riff, but we want to sing your guitar riff. And it's like goes back to that moment of like Danielle creating these solos of like wanting people to sing the solos while she plays them. And it's like the greatest band is doing that. That's crazy. And so we were on this a U2 song called Lights of Home.
And yeah, and so fast forward, I think Rostam did try to. I did text. We were drunk one night during Summer Girl.
Yeah.
I mean, you remember Summer Girl? Like that came together so quick. And he was like, text Bono. He should be on the bridge. And I was like, what? And we got wasted. He was like, do it. And I was like, okay. Texted back. He was so nice, but he like didn't have time. Or
He's the
like,
best
something.
terrible influence, Rostam, by the way.
No, I know.
I just
like,
love
do
him.
it. I was like, okay. So, but anyway, so
Danielle also succumbs to peer pressure. Let it be known. So it's fun.
That's pretty good to succumb to, though, that one.
oh, yeah. So when it came time to do Now It's Time, we had a totally great version, but it just wasn't. It wasn't hitting the mark, I thought. And I heard Numb on the radio, and I was like, wait, this is actually what I think it should sound like. Like, and I came to the studio immediately, and I told Ross, and he was like, yeah, because sometimes I'm like,
is
Ross,
everyone paying attention, by the way? We just revealed, like, incredible producer
Oh.
moment right here. That is how it happens. That is how it happens. Producers don't go to sleep. They
No.
are
She
always
doesn't-
on, and they're always hearing stuff. Always.
Yeah,
And-
always searching, I think. And
Yeah.
also that song specifically is such a sonic, like it's so cool. Also doesn't really sound like a U2. It's like so special, that whole song. Anyway, so we ended up
1-800-U2.
1-800 Bono.
Like, can we-
Bono, tit for tat.
can we?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, there, do it. Like it's a trade.
So the circle was closed.
The circle was finally
We
closed.
closed it.
So
we were
cool.
here.
Yeah,
now
and
we're
then
here.
and with George Michael, I mean, we've never actually sampled any music for our music, but it is something that I just love in music. I love, I was listening to a lot of Cowboy Carter, so good, and all of the incredible samples that she used and the whole team used on that album was so inspiring. And I was like, why don't we? It's like that. I love that about
We grew
about
up
production.
We grew up listening to like Sublime and the Beastie Boys and like
Outcast, like,
we love that element, but we had never dabbled.
Yeah, and that really came together super quickly too.
We dabbled super hard and went for George.
We just went for George Michael.
Yeah.
We just like
Freedom, no
we were
less.
like, not only are we going to dip our toes in it, we're going to cannonball into the
Yeah.
deep end with George Michael. And luckily, I mean, his estate approved us using it, which is also just an incredible, I can't even believe it. Like, it was like, we don't even know if we can. And then we could. And it was just felt like such an incredible opening to the album. And it added such a incredible element. And we, talk about world building with this album. We really needed a song to introduce you to the world of I Quit. And Gone just really, with that sample, transported you into exactly where we were when we were making this album. And it really did, started off.
And now
I think
all
great.
of the little Esties, because of
All
you,
the little Esties.
will now figure out George Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my
And
God,
that's
I-
beautiful, right? That is a beautiful
Pray
thing
God,
right
I
there.
hope so.
All right.
This
so
little Esties.
This little Estie.
This little Estie loves George Michael.
I just now love calling children just little Esties.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
what I'm
new
gonna
thing.
call
Little
children now. Is
There's
just
so
little
many
Esties.
little Esties running around.
Oh my god, I love that little Estie. I love her. Let's go.
cutie. So cute. What a
Cutie, a little Estie over there.
It's brilliant. All right. So speaking of little Esties,
Yep.
some favorite fan moments from tour.
Oh, there's so many. I mean,
You each get one.
we each get one. I'm gonna go first.
Okay. Shocking. I am also the
Shocking.
youngest child in my house, so
You
I
feel
get it.
me,
I
Emily.
get it. I get it.
I think Down to Be Wrong, which we end our, spoiler alert, you guys should still come, to see us play live, but we end our show with Down to Be Wrong. And while we were making it, the thought of screaming with our fans, it goes back to what I said earlier. It was like, we just have so much pent up in here and we just need to let it out. And the thought of screaming with our crowds was like the biggest dream. And without us even saying anything, like I feel like all of the people that came to our shows were like waiting for that song. Like it's powerful. I'm feeling those sound waves from the audience of how passionate people are when they hear that song. Like it can almost like knock you over, but it's like the most cathartic experience. And then the show's over. Then you go home and I genuinely feel like after, especially on this tour, after every night finishing, it just felt like we had left everything on the stage and I could just go to sleep. I was like, I can't do anything. I'm crawling to my bunk and getting ready for the next show. But Down to Be Wrong by far, such an incredible.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh. Well, try to make it more eloquent than how I just said it.
Throw in the
Try.
gauntlet.
Alana bumped it, said it. Now you spike it.
I just think all the sing-alongs, which honestly has turned into like our whole set, which
I know.
you guys
We
have the
make
best,
everybody
like-
work when they come to our shows. Like,
There's
but that is a great sing-along. Don't Wanna has been so fun. Spinning.
I make
Cry.
everyone dance. And it's really like, I would love to see like people's like Fitbit scores when they come to HAIM shows.
Yeah.
Cause like,
we
if that's
give
a
you
thing.
work.
But like, or an
Calories
aura
lost.
score or whatever it is. Like I'm like dead. And I love
See
it.
your Fitbit scores during the drum moment.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The drum trio fest.
Yeah.
My blood
Epic.
sugar's in the toilet. My blood sugar is
Talk about
literally
blood sugar.
in the toilet. It didn't happen at MSG, but like at 65 to 75% of the shows, I have to drink orange juice like a kid at a soccer game, like like sucking down OJ, like my life depends on it, because it does.
See, drumming is good. See, drumming's good.
Drumming is
drumming's
good for
good.
you, yeah.
It's
These
good for you.
arms.
That's right.
What was
right.
your favorite part, Essie, other than drinking orange
Well, mine also
juice?
has to do with diabetes. You guys were there.
What?
Favorite?
We were there. We were at the show, obviously.
No.
We're going to
But I
favorite.
don't remember
these
which
are,
one.
These
We
are
met-
favorite fan moments, right?
Yeah, favorite fan
Okay.
moment.
Okay.
So there was a girl,
your diet buddy.
another diet buddy.
Oh
Sorry,
my
this
gosh.
is like diabetes is just always top of mind. This is chronic health girly. So a girl a couple years ago, she's diabetic, and I guess she went to a really strict school, and she was the only diabetic in the school. And I guess her senior year, the principal had said, like, because of your chronic illness, like and it's like a liability, like you can't go to prom.
Oh, isn't that crazy? I know.
Where is
what?
this school? Let's go.
I know.
It was
Let's
like
go.
somewhere. I know it was like somewhere in the middle of. It's not California. It was
Fire
not
up
in
the
LA.
PJ. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I know. Like get the road trip.
Get in the car.
Get
Turn
the road
the car
trip
on.
going. And she reached out to me, and I basically was like, "You should literally just be like, fuck this, and you should just show up.
Yeah.
Like, don't let them take this experience away from you." And she was like, and then she would start talking about her dress, and she's like, "I don't know where I'm gonna put my pump." And I was like, "You're just gonna fucking clip it on your dress. You're gonna go there. You're gonna put your whole fucking ass into it, and you were gonna dance the night away at your prom." And then she came to the show, and she was like, "I wrote about that experience for a college essay, and I got in." And cry.
Yeah. Estes.
Literally
And
cried.
I just.
I cried. But yeah, I think it's meeting Estes and Diabestes. Estes and Diabestes is a great autobiography.
Your memoir.
title.
Little Estes and Diabestes. That's the headline of tonight.
See you on the New York Times bestseller list. Catch me there.
All right. What else do you guys want to talk about? Is there anything you guys want to talk about aside from that?
Goodness. I mean,
Is there any moment that you feel like we just didn't capture here? Because I know what we could do.
What?
We could turn it over to the audience,
To the little Estes.
to the little Estes, and we could ask the little Estes how they feel.
Yeah.
Hi, you guys. Do you think
Let's do it.
we've covered some stuff? Okay, so I just want to say
Hi, guys.
before we
Hello.
before we reveal the entire room of little Estes, it's nice to see all of your faces, though. I will say.
Everyone looks amazing in this lighting.
Yeah.
Don't be worried.
Yeah.
The lighting is hot.
Do we
The
still look
lighting is
good?
hot.
You have no
I think
place.
we do. I don't know if we do,
Yeah.
but everyone looks hot.
So I do want to say this that I want you to know from me,
Okay.
as if you didn't know it already. From where I sit here in this chair and also behind the console, I get to make a lot of records for people, and I mean this. All of your albums share the same frequency: honesty, humor, sisterhood, and an unshakable sense of realness. And this album
Thank you.
is epic.
Thank
And I'm really proud of you guys.
Thank you, Emily.
Couldn't have done it without you.
I'm really proud of you.
Could not have done it without you. Thank you.
Good. All right, now we're gonna get off our own little thing here, and we'll go to this little Q&A. But I will just put out there, we're gonna talk about the making of the album. So please limit your questions to the making of the album, or I will zap you, and I will move to the
With
next
my
person.
eyes.
You will.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna close my eyes. Yes.
Hi. Sorry, we also say hi in three-part harmony.
Hi.
You mentioned just now how you love being a live band and playing live. And I was curious to understand how was putting the show together live. So in terms of defining the songs, what was the process of making that happen, making the song choices, the changes in arrangements, like Down to Be Wrong or Now a Minute, like curious to understand what was.
Oh, the greatest process of all time. When we're done, Danielle's domain is the studio, and then the second that it's over, it's like, Sempre Christus. I'm like ready to go.
Alana just like rises.
I rise. My wings. I'm like, tour time. It's tour time. No, we're constantly, that's an amazing question. Thank you for asking that question. When it comes to our live show, I mean, again, we started off as a live band, so like the thought of going on tour was like the greatest thought that we had ever. We never thought we would be able to do it, and the fact that now we've been touring for over 10 years has been the biggest mind-blowing experience. But while we're making an album, we're always constantly thinking about what the show is going to be. And like the criticisms that we got is that we are extremely hands-on to a point where like the people that we work with are, I mean, Emily can attest, extremely hands-on, and we work 24 hours a day. I mean, we have constant spurts of inspiration, and putting together I Quit. This tour was so fun because shooting the album cover with Paul Thomas Anderson was who, if you haven't seen One Battle After Another, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Go see it. It's amazing. We love Paul Thomas Anderson, and we've been lucky enough to have him shoot 2 of our album covers. He did Women in Music Part 3 and Now I Quit. And bouncing ideas off of him of like what the sign, because the thing that I love about Paul is also like the album title is embedded into the photo, where it's not just like a font smacked on top. And we wanted it to look like every time we worked with him, we want it to look like it's a scene from a movie, a still from, one of his films. And so we were really the sign took we didn't have that much time, but it took like hours upon hours of figuring out font, color, what kind of sign. It was a neon sign at one point. We were like, we don't want a neon sign. We want this kind of sign. I was like literally ordering signs from every place. Because in true HAIM fashion, we had no time to shoot our album cover. And luckily, Paul Thomas Anderson also doesn't sleep. So we really got it together in a few days. But once we had that iconic I Quit song, we were like, oh, this is our ethos. This is our Bible of this tour. And we got the sign together. We painstakingly, you can ask Misty, our tour manager, who's here somewhere, like, we sit and watch lights for hours, and it is the greatest joy of my life.
Alana is an
there's videos of me like dancing and be like, and boom, it should be like this, a boom, boom, bah.
It's like Fantasia. It's like when Mickey.
It is Fantasia.
It's literally.
But we take, because the thing is like we again are so lucky to be on tour, and we are so grateful that anyone comes to our show, and so all we think about is putting on a good show. That's all we care about, is sounding good and having our show, having all of our fans come to our show and leave and just be like, that was so fucking fun. Like, that was the dream, because we used to go to shows all the time growing up. Like, that's how we bonded, was going to see live music at the Echo, the Troubadour, the Roxy. Like, that's all we would do. My parents let me have a fake ID to go see music. I was like, yeah, to go see music.
No. It was to see music.
It was to see music, but also. But that's how we, bonded. So like the thought of anybody coming to our show, we just want them to have a really good time. So thank you for coming. I see your Go HAIM or Go Home shirt. Let's go. Go HAIM or Go Home. Thank you. Very long-winded answer, but yeah.
Let's see. How about... Oh, you have some competition back there. Go ahead. Yes.
Hi.
Yay.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, amazing. Oh my God. How was it?
We love weddings.
I'm asking you questions now. How was it? I'm sure it was amazing.
How was it? Oh, I'm about to get married.
And we're crying. Yay. Oh.
Okay.
You're going to get zapped.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I guess it's more focused for Danielle. Being a drummer myself, I'm always curious how you come up with drum parts. I feel like that... I love coming up with it, but I get stuck. Yeah. So especially producing this album, now that you're a producer, how did that come to you with all?
Ooh, drum parts. Honestly, so important, and it's a lot of trial and error, I will say. I mean, like I feel like how do I think just a lot of trial and error. I mean, I don't know.
A lot of woodshed.
Danielle's like, oh my God, I'm being asked a question.
No, it's
but
so funny. It's so funny.
I love
like,
this. Well, the thing is what I'm always in awe of Danielle.
I
because,
don't know. What do
well,
I
do? You
do?
want to talk or do you want me to talk?
No, I'm just gonna
Let her
I'm thinking of some of
Let her
the
speak.
things about drumming.
Fourth time sister is gonna break it up. Let Danielle
Thank you.
speak.
No, I'm trying to think of like the things that I love about drums. I mean, for me, some of the tips is like I do a lot of my fills on the snare. I'm like a snare filler. I don't use a lot of cymbals, but when I do, I don't know. I remember reading about Kate Bush a lot, and she was like not a cymbals fan. But I mean, this is I'm trying it now. I'm like maybe getting too into it, but kick pattern. I don't know. This is not good. This is not.
This
helpful.
is an excellent answer. Actually,
This is not
hold
helpful.
on.
You know what? It's so. I was thinking about this the other day. Want You Back by not our Want You Back, but by the Jackson 5. When I figured out that it is a straight drum pattern, he's just going, and the bass is going bump, ba-da-ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-ba-dum, and the drums are straight. That was something that I was like, wow. It's like, just understanding what one thing will do, like one, the bass
Thank
elements.
you for shouting out the bass. We get no respect.
Okay, first of all,
No one ever.
y'all see what just happened there? We let Danielle speak, and
Yes.
she went into full producer mode, and everybody went, huh? Whoa. Right? And that's exactly the answer you were looking for, right? Isolating the sections.
I don't know. I don't think I did. I didn't. But anyway, that blew my mind when when I figured that drum part out. I was like, oh. And I do think just learning other people's drum parts. I mean, I'm a huge Mick Fleetwood fan. I'm a huge, I mean, I could go on and on. Anyway.
All right, who's
just
next?
learn, yeah.
Who's next? Okay.
I noticed this tour of the suspended microphone and the kick drum. Have you guys done that before in other albums? And like, what's the sort of result to it? Can you imagine, like,
I think
you're not getting
All right, this one. No, you
oh no, like during the show. I
during the
noticed
show
it.
we have a suspended, but yeah. I mean, we're like we are so lucky to have Rostam. He like comes to when we're like miking everything. We're like extremely crazy about mic placement because again, like I think it was so funny touring for so many years, and people would be like, your live show just sounds so much different than your albums. Like your live show is like so much more rockin' than your albums. And we just could never hear it. And we were like, what? What do you mean? Like, I feel like we put maybe a little bit of sass on it when we tour, and so specifically for this tour and for, playing these songs live, we really painstakingly, I mean, there's still some sass on every song. I mean, I let Danielle ride. And Esty does an amazing solo on Cry. I mean, we really wanted to showcase our instrumentation and everything. But we really wanted to not have such an extreme bridge from album to live. And so with mic placement, I mean, I think it did the job. I mean, we were very, very, very particular about not sounding so different than our album. And I do think that we,
and the
that's
drum
a great
sounds.
question. Thank
the
you
drum
for
sounds on this album are perfecto.
Thank
so,
you. That's her department.
Well, and Ross.
And Rostam.
And Rostam.
Yeah. And the
I'm
room.
just there for
the
vibes.
room. It's
the
the
room.
room. And
Valentine Studios.
That room,
Yeah,
Valentine
that was great.
Studios, and having recording that feeling. That's really. All right.
Yeah.
So the lights went down. Which
I know. I
means-
was like,
Which means
sexy lighting.
Time.
Yeah, exactly. It means I leave and you guys do
And
some
we work.
stuff.
you don't have to leave, Emily.
I mean,
you can just sit
I
right
am
there.
You guys sit right
You
here.
know the songs, Emily. You
It's
can,
true.
like, come
All too well.
all too
all
well.
too
I know
well.
you do.
Anyway, we'll be right back, and
Thank you guys.
you will get to
so much.
experience HAIM.